So we just arrived at Wat Phou Temples. First impressions are pretty shocking. I mean, what we've seen so far is just loads of plastic everywhere, which is one of the biggest things. Here's one of the guys that we met before. How you doing, dude? Yeah, man.
Good to see you again.
Likewise, man, likewise. We just met a guy that we met on the border of Vietnam, and then we keep bumping into him everywhere we go.
So he told us apparently there was a festival here for the past 3 days, so that's probably why it looks like this.
Yeah, have a look. So much plastic everywhere. Right, but the first thing we're gonna explore is this northern quarters. Let's go have a look.
Wat Phou Temple is said to be one of the most impressive Khmer Hindu temples outside of Cambodia. The structures date back to the 11th century, but inscriptions suggest it was here long before Angkor in the 5th century. For many people, this temple is sacred, and every year there is a pilgrimage that takes place during the full moon in February.
The temples itself look pretty impressive, apart from obviously the one main thing. There's so many people and so much rubbish. It's a bit overwhelming.
We arrived the day that this festival ended, which explains why it was so busy. But we couldn't help feel that as a UNESCO heritage site, it wasn't being looked after very well.
How are you feeling?
Tired. On the walk up to the main temple, we saw Buddhist women selling jewelry and people praying and giving offerings to Buddha, upholding their religious traditions. The temple at the top of the mountain was very impressive. The building was crammed with people all waiting in line to pray and pay respects to the large Buddha that resides there. The atmosphere when you are inside the temple is completely different to the outside, and you could feel this wonderful energy from everyone who visited.
So apparently this magical mountain provides stone to all the locals, and everybody's just topping up their bowls. And here's another very important site. So apparently there's this magical twigs that hold all of the stone. So you see the size of this rock. It's huge, and those twigs are holding up the stone's weight. I'm only joking.
Wat Phou is now an active Buddhist sanctuary, and we even met one of the monks who approached us to ask if he could take a picture with us. We could tell that this site meant a lot to the locals who visited, but the rubbish and graffiti that we saw did not do the temple any favours. We would like to believe that this was just the aftermath of the festival, but if not, we believe that action needs to be taken to keep this place clean and respectable for its visitors. Let us know in the comments below if you have been to Wat Phou before and if you had a similar experience or if it was different, and what you thought about the ancient temple.